Hello, I'm HomoArrosor. We are standing right now in the monumental reality of August 2026. This isn't a drill, and this isn't some distant sci-fi future. This is the exact factual moment where AI agents, heavy robotics hardware, and financial payment rails have officially and perfectly converged. Elon Musk has openly acknowledged this new machine economy, and we are seeing a massive, verifiable network where OpenMind links directly to titans like Tesla, Hyundai, and LG, all fueled by Picoin. Inside massive data centers, intelligence is actually thinking on behalf of humans. Out in the physical world, bodies of steel and motors are navigating our streets, and seamlessly tying it all together, a verified crypto payment network acting as the ultimate economic engine. In this explainer today, we're going to meticulously tear down the exact blueprint of how this massive machine economy was built. We're going to look at the hardware, the software, and those Pi-driven financial rails. You ready? Let's dive right in.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the machine economy awakens, brains and payment rails, titans entering the matrix, the dual token system, Pi nodes supplying intelligence, and finally, the AI wallet era.
All right, part 1. The machine economy awakens, the shift from human to agent traffic.
To truly grasp why this is exploding right now, we have to recognize a massive fundamental paradigm shift. Human internet usage, it has been completely eclipsed by autonomous machines. On August 9th, Elon Musk stated this as a definitive, undeniable fact, saying AI agent internet traffic will overwhelmingly exceed human usage. It is not even a comparison. Cloudflare's forecast is accurate. The era of humans clicking and buying is over. When you look at the August 4th Cloudflare wallets release, the mechanics become crystal clear. AI agents are actually being assigned virtual wallets right beneath corporate accounts. They're out there autonomously executing thousands of concurrent APIs, managing budgets, literally hiring physical robots, and spending funds. Humans have been entirely 100% removed from the transaction loop.
Just look at this single defining week in August 2026. It is wild how flawlessly this all converged. On August 4th, Cloudflare wallets launched to support automated agent payments. And on that exact same day, the Fabric Foundation announced Pi Network as its payment partner. Then, just 2 days later, on August 6th, Boston Dynamics Spot Robot merged its physical payment execution code directly into Fabric's repository. By the 9th, you have Musk validating the entire agent economy, and by the 11th, the Pi mainnet met its V26 transition deadline, perfectly aligning with this new delegated agent wallet logic. Think about that. Digital wallet delegation, physical robotic codebase integration, and blockchain mainnet transitions all hitting on the exact same timeline.
Moving on to part 2, brains and payment rails, OpenMind and Fabric infrastructure.
For this physical machine economy to actually function in the real world, robots need 2 absolute necessities. First, a brain to process physical AI, which is handled by OpenMind. And second, a payment rail to execute economic actions, managed by Fabric. The absolute core heartbeat of this payment rail is X402 and RoboPay. Now, I want to be incredibly clear here, because this gets confused a lot. X402 is not a coin, it's an HTTP payment protocol. RoboPay uses this X402 protocol to enforce something called pay to actuate. Basically, when an AI agent asks a robot to do something, the system triggers a 402 payment required status. Until that financial settlement is cryptographically verified on the ledger, that robot will not move an inch. It won't inspect a package, it won't open a door, it won't take a step. Finance is the sole trigger for physical movement.
To make RoboPay a reality, Fabric doesn't just do it alone. It relies on a super powerful, invisible backbone of specific infrastructure partners. Let's break these down. First, you have Aether, providing the decentralized GPUs that actually host these agents, keeping them awake and thinking 24/7. Then there's Aeon. They handle the massive on-chain settlement routing between thousands of AI agents and physical merchants. Next is Kite AI, which is absolutely crucial. They manage the identity and delegated spending authority, confirming exactly who authorized an agent to spend the money. And finally, Peak. They assign unique, immutable machine IDs to physical robots while recording their work reputation directly on the blockchain. So together, these 4 partners literally power the identity, the payments, and the heavy computation of this entire ecosystem.
Part 3. Titans entering the matrix. LG, Hyundai, and Tesla's convergence.
Now, while a lot of casual observers were sitting around waiting for flashy, abstract press releases from parent companies, the real technological integration was already finalized deep within subsidiary levels and API layers.
By August 2026, major corporate titans are fully, factually anchored into the OpenMind and Fabric ecosystems. We're talking about LG Electronics acting as a direct hardware and OS partner. We're talking about Hyundai Motor Group achieving full integration through its Boston Dynamics subsidiary, and Tesla vehicles natively communicating through the DeMo network. Let's look closer at exactly how they did this.
Let's start with LG Electronics, because this is huge. They are not just some casual participant tossing money at a project, they are a direct co-researcher. LG, OpenMind, and AIM Intelligence are actively developing safety layers to ensure physical AI behaves safely out in the real world. They built the video-to-robot pipeline, which actually translates regular human video directly into robotic training data. And they co-published the phaser technology, which aligns different humanoids into a common operational space. LG is quite literally bridging the massive gap between OpenMind's software safety layers and commercial hardware manufacturing.
Then we have Hyundai Motor Group, and their integration is directly tied to financial execution. Look at Boston Dynamics' flagship robot, Spot. On August 6, 2026, Tier 1 code, specifically the code handling obstacle avoidance tied to X402 payments, was officially merged into Fabric's RoboPay repository. The significance of this cannot be overstated. It means Hyundai's core robotics subsidiary now possesses a verified, fully functional technical bridge to offer physical labor and execute tasks strictly through autonomous RoboPay transactions. And what about Tesla? Their connection point is the DeMo network. As of right now, over 20,000 Tesla vehicles are natively connected to DeMo, and they don't even require any extra third-party hardware to do it. But here is the kicker. DeMo is actively co-developing vehicle-to-robot communication APIs directly with OpenMind. Think about what that means. If a Tesla vehicle detects a charging issue or maybe a security anomaly in a garage, it can instantly transmit that data through DeMo to command an OpenMind robot to go investigate. These vehicles are acting as authorized network nodes, deeply integrated into the system, and they don't even need a direct paper MOU from Tesla headquarters to do it.
All right, part 4, the dual token system, $ROPO and Pi coin.
Let's dissect the financial engine driving all of this. It is absolutely vital to understand that this is not a competing economy. It's a meticulously designed, complementary dual token system. On one side, you have $Robo. This is the internal backbone asset for the Fabric network. It handles the behind-the-scenes mechanics, network security, operator collateral staking, API verification fees, and governance. On the exact opposite side, you have Pi coin. Pi is the external economic currency. It's the actual money that humans and AI agents spend to hire robots for physical labor out in the world, and simultaneously, it serves as the reward currency for fueling the heavy AI computations. They work perfectly together.
But we need to clarify the legal and accounting reality of this setup, because it's fascinating. When a physical machine completes a delivery or a task, that robot does not legally own the Pi it just earned. Obviously, a robot isn't a legal entity. So the RoboPay code explicitly designates something called an EVM payee address. Fleet operators, meaning the corporate subsidiaries of giants like LG or Hyundai, control this master payee wallet. The robot out on the street is simply a sub-wallet terminal. The Pi payments flow instantly and directly into the corporate treasuries of these fleet operators. They are transforming crypto directly into corporate revenue and vital working capital.
Moving to part 5. Pi nodes supplying intelligence, the decentralized brain. 7. I want you to remember that exact number, because this isn't just theory or white paper promises. 7 verified Pi nodes successfully executed OpenMind's physical AI image recognition model as a live proof of concept. These everyday nodes received massive visual data from a robot's camera, acknowledged the task in under 1 second, and fully processed the object recognition inference in under 4 seconds. So you see, Pi nodes are no longer just sitting there processing blockchain consensus. They're actively processing real-world object recognition right now. They are serving as the decentralized living brain for OpenMind robots.
Let's walk through this closed-loop economic cycle step by step, so you can see exactly how elegant it is. Step 1. An AI agent pays Pi to request a physical task. Step 2. RoboPay cryptographically validates that payment via the X402 protocol, which unlocks the robot and allows it to move. Step 3. Now the robot is moving, but to navigate its environment, it needs brain power. So, the robot actively buys AI computational power from the Pi node network, paying with a portion of the Pi it just earned. Step 4. Everyday Pi node operators around the world earn that Pi in exchange for their computational labor. It is brilliant. A single payment buys physical labor while simultaneously fueling the decentralized intelligence that makes the labor possible.
The technical architecture making this possible on a Pi node is honestly a masterpiece of separation. It uses a strict dual-layer architecture operating right on a single node operator's PC. On one highly isolated side, port 31402 runs the Stellar core. That's what maintains blockchain consensus and ledger integrity. But on the completely separate other side, an external AI worker processes OpenMind's heavy robotic vision and inference tasks. The financial ledger and the cognitive AI engine operate simultaneously, yet they are securely segregated on the exact same machine.
And finally, Part 6, the AI wallet era, Protocol v27 and delegated authority. The ultimate bottleneck in truly automating the machine economy was always human payment approval, waiting for a person to click authorize. Well, protocol-level wallet delegation removes this bottleneck forever. Enter Protocol 27, specifically the CAP71 authentication delegation upgrade on the Stellar network. As Pi maps to this exact v27 transition, corporate root wallets can now securely split and delegate specific spending logic down to sub-accounts and AI agents. They can empower thousands of autonomous purchasing agents to spend money without ever handing over the master treasury keys.
This exact delegation is the secret sauce that makes enterprise adoption safe. Think about it from a corporate CFO's perspective. A finance team can unleash an AI agent with strict, unbreakable, mathematically enforced constraints. They can hard-code rules, saying you have a strict daily limit of 100 Pi. You can only hire whitelisted LG or Hyundai RoboPay services. You must operate within a 5-mile geographic boundary, and your authority completely expires in exactly 72 hours. For anything outside that or for high-value actions, the protocol triggers a multi-sig requirement. v27 acts as a bulletproof vest, letting massive corporations safely deploy AI purchasing armies into the global economy.
The absolute ground-level reality of August 2026 is that the autonomous loop is now fully complete. We are here. AI agents independently monitor systems all day long. When they detect a need, they hire physical robots via Fabric. They pay in Pi, the X402 protocol verifies it instantly, and the robot activates. That physical robot then borrows cognitive power from Pi node operators to complete its task. Capital, computational power, and physical labor change hands entirely between machines in a flawlessly self-sustaining loop with absolutely zero human intervention. It is fully automated.
So in this new, verified reality where autonomous capital acts completely independently, where machines literally hire other machines, and where physical labor is endlessly generated bypassing human approval entirely, what becomes your role? Are you going to be a master of this capital, securing a piece of the infrastructure, or are you simply going to be a sidelined observer watching it all happen? I highly encourage you to deeply consider the blueprint we've laid out in this explainer today because the economy has permanently changed. I'm HomoArrosor. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.